So ex-Spirit Airlines worker speaks out, life after Spirit Airlines. What we know right now is that people are finally coming to the conclusion that they are no longer a connected worker of Spirit Airlines, whether you were working the ramps, whether you were working the check-in, whether you were a flight attendant, it is no longer. And they are coming to the own where they are starting to realize that this is the current reality. Most of them right now, you wake up and, there's no specific flight to catch, right? There's nobody that you can give customer service to, via an airline flight, So like I said in prior videos, this is a tough recovery mode for the people that got laid off, and for people that are kind of new to the conversation or to the situation. 17 to 18,000 people were laid off from the company called Spirit Airlines. And, the videos just pretty much keep you engaged to, the realities of the situations. So on the video that we have, a young lady speaks out about, her day-to-day and, how things are, because like I said, man, it's not like any other job where you can, just kind of bounce back. Like if you was just at a retail job or office job, you can make quick adjustments to that, right? You can, obviously apply, start looking for other places and things like that. But at the end of the day, like, you don't really have to change, all that much, right? But with these guys, like I said, they were consistently, in one city, then the next city, then the next city, and, that stuff really became a part of their lives, you know what I'm saying? And then you have a lot of critics that will say that, it's just like another job, all they got to do is get another job. It could be in any field and things like that. And, you just kind of reply to those people like if you've never been a flight attendant or anybody, in a position like that, man, you really can't tell somebody, how they should feel or how they should go about a certain situation. They have a specific, way of doing things, is the point that I'm trying to make. And, as we get into the video, you'll see and have a more of a clear understanding. And what I also notice is that, these people are, very vibrant, you know what I'm saying, in a society, in a situation as to what we're in right now in this economic downfall. They're just, positive, very upbeat. Like I said, even though the situation is tough, it's going to be hard for them to find work, based on their, desired positions. They are very positive, and I really commend them. I commend them that, to be in that state of mind, and I'm sure that they'll continue to, get better, and they'll find, solutions to their issues, With that being said, you guys check it out. Peace.
It's been a week since I've been unemployed, since Spirit Airlines decided to close their door at a random 3 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday. It's definitely still a process. I'm still processing. I'm in denial, I think, at this point. Like, it is crazy that time has flown by so fast. It's literally been a week since 17,000 of us lost our jobs. And this is not just in the United States. This is Jamaica, Colombia. This is all of Guayaquil, Lima, Peru. So many of us literally lost our jobs. It's mind-blowing. I want to thank everyone in my comments and in my DMs who've been wishing me luck and been motivating, sending prayers and all that. I've seen them all, and I've really appreciated every single one. It's just been hard for me to actually respond. I don't want to respond to text messages anymore. I'm just going through this grieving phase of grieving my job, because again, this is all I know. My first job in the United States. I know nothing else since moving here. So it's all a process. And if you're talking to a flight attendant or somebody who used to work for Spirit Airlines, give them time to grieve. Give them time to go through this. They're going through this process because, again, we were family and people can't understand how we were family. That's another topic for another day. But just give us time to process, give us time to grieve. When I say give people time to process, give them time to process. We woke up with no health insurance, no vision, no dental, nothing. You know how many of us have cancer? You know how many people have all these things they're going through and they need medical? And for those who suggest, oh, just go get off the over-the-counter, it doesn't work like that. It's expensive. Not everybody can afford it. Workplace health insurance can also be very cheap and affordable. And we literally had some good insurance at Spirit Airlines. I don't know about nobody else, but I could talk about it. But yeah, just if you see a flight attendant, if you see a gate agent, a ramper, give them a hug. Give them a hug. Be kind, be gentle. We don't need a negativity. We don't need any of it. Don't wonder, oh, why they ain't texting me back? You don't see me messaging you? It's not about you. It's not about you right now. Give them time. Give us all time to grieve, to process. And trust me, once we're out of the funk and we're back out there again, I'm sure we'll respond to all your messages. Just give us time. To all the bees out there, I love you guys, and I know I'll see you guys in the air again. We'll be doing something. If we're not flying, we're gonna do something that we should have been doing the first time. But yeah.